Hi, I'm Dorinda Rolle with Black Video News, and I am here this evening with Valorie Burton, the keynote speaker for the Black Women's Leadership Alliance Dream Week event. And San Antonio is so excited about having you here with us this evening. Give us just a little taste of what we can look forward to.
Well, I'm excited about being in San Antonio and being at the event. I talk a lot about resilience. You cannot be successful without resilience, and really you can't overcome any of the setbacks and just everyday stressors that occur without it. And so really we have to start with purpose. I'm going to be talking about that tonight. All of us are here for a reason. We all have gifts, talents, experiences, negative and positive, that are meant to make an impact on the world. And when we're all doing what we were called to do, when we all line up our divine assignments, it's amazing what can unfold. So when you get clear about that purpose, then the vision becomes clear. The dream that's unique to you becomes clear.
Absolutely. Oh, I can't wait. One of the things, and you've written 11 books, primarily directed towards women.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. That's why I said primarily.
My primary audience is women. Of
Yeah.
course, women read more self-help. Women read books more than men in
Absolutely,
general.
we do.
Even if the men are writing the books,
Yeah.
women tend to be the ones buying them, especially in the personal growth area.
Yeah.
So writing is core to what I do.
And I've looked at several of the books, and the themes, while they may be addressed to women, it seemed like they could, men as well, could benefit from some of the strategies that you've listed in the book.
Yeah, sometimes the men will write me, like successful women think differently. It's one of my books. Well, successful men think differently too. Of course they do. However, the habits that I talk about are relevant for everyone. But I really believe as women, there are some unique challenges that we face. For example, research shows that over the last 40 years, women's happiness has started to decline, while men continue to get happier as they get older. Women are more likely to be depressed, twice as likely to be depressed as men. We have the challenge of sometimes that pull that leads to a lot of guilt between work and home. And so while the strategies that I talk about are relevant for everyone, I think women gravitate towards them because we're always looking for those answers.
Yeah. One of the books that I am really interested in is Happy Women Live Better. Tell us, how can we do that?
Well, we tend to think there are a lot of myths around happiness. We think we know what's going to make us happy. Research shows that we're pretty poor predictors of what will make us happy. We get something, we get a little boost, we get used to it, and we basically adapt to continually improving circumstances. And so one of the things that is known is that as women, it's really important for us to learn to be happy while we're on our way to what we want. Rather than believing we have to wait to be happy when we get what we want. When we learn in that moment to find our joy, to find our contentment in the journey, even though we all have heard that, oftentimes we don't do it.
So in other words, we shouldn't think about, well, I'll be happy when.
That's right.
Or when I get to whatever that place is.
When I get the job, when I get the relationship.
When I lose weight.
When I lose weight, when I'm out of debt, when I make more money. I mean, we have all of these stipulations. When my kids are out of the house, when I finally get to have kids. We have all of these thoughts. But what I talk about in that book specifically are these 13 happiness triggers, things that you can do every single day, because happiness is largely about the choices that you make. And you can be intentional intentional about doing the sorts of things that bring happiness, like gratitude and connection. You know, we are constantly bombarded with our technology, but slowing down to have those one-on-one conversations, put the phone down, look someone in the eye, we get a boost when we do those sorts of very simple things, but we have to be intentional about them.
Yeah, and I almost wanted to say breathe, because I saw you take that breath, and I thought breathing is such a release and a relaxation technique as well.
It really, really is. I mean, the whole idea of breathing actually slows our heart rate down. You know, sometimes you can go all day long and realize you've been breathing in a shallow way the whole time, and if you'll just stop and breathe, it slows you down. It helps you to think more clearly. It helps you to be more present and more mindful. So a lot of times it's the simple things. It doesn't change your circumstances, but it can change your attitude and your approach to your circumstances.
And I believe that. So there you have it, San Antonio. Valorie Burton. How can we reach you or our audience get in touch with you?
They can find me at ValorieBurton.com. I've got a lot of free resources. You mentioned Happy Women Live Better. We've got a happiness test that will tell you what your happiness triggers are. And of course, they can find me on social media. Just remember, Valorie is spelled like Valor, Valorie. And you can find me on social media.
Well, thank you so much for coming to San Antonio. We look forward to the full event this evening.
Thank you so much, Dorinda.
And this has been Black Video News with Dorinda Rolle and Valorie Burton. Hi, I'm Dorinda Rolle with Black Video News, and I am here with Della Guidry, president of the Black Women's Leadership Alliance, also known as BWLA. Hi, Della.
Hi, Dorinda. How are you tonight?
Doing good. Looking forward to this event tonight, Black Women's Leadership Alliance inaugural Dream Week event.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about why you started BWLA.
Well, we started BWLA for the simple reason of there is not enough Black women at the board table. We decided that we would come together. Our board members consist of 4 strong women in the community. We saw that there was a void in the areas of board and leadership. So we decided by starting this organization, offering leadership skills, offering mentoring skills, that we would come together as a group of women and have a platform to share ideas, to share experiences, to learn from each other so that we can go out and serve our community, as well become a good sisterhood amongst ourselves.
And sisterhood is very important, and it's something that we have in common in the African American community.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the events that BWLA has had in the past year. I've seen some advertisement and had the opportunity to attend some of those events. Tell me, what do you think has been the signature event, if you could point to just one?
Well, my favorite signature event, I would say, would be the June panel discussion that we had, June 2017. We had some powerful, dynamic panel discussion leaders that are here in the city of San Antonio, really rocking the C-suite and doing some powerful things in San Antonio. And they shared their experiences, they shared how they got where they are, and they were so free and willing to share that information. And this is what BWLA is all about, is sharing the information so that we can all grow together and learn from each other.
I remember that event, and you're right. The panelists shared so much. They were very transparent. I remember we laughed, we got serious, and it was refreshing to see that from women who are leaders and considered experts in their field.
Yes.
Are those the kinds of things we can look forward to in 2018?
Oh, absolutely. We feel that sharing the information, as I just stated, is part of the mission that we want to have with BWLA. And women who have this experience have some awesome stories to tell, some awesome experience to share. And so we want to be able to lean on them and learn how we can prevent some of the pitfalls that we may come across by hearing some of their stories and hearing some of their experiences, so that we can maneuver our way through life, through our businesses, through corporations, and so that we can be successful at what we're doing.
Absolutely. I like that word maneuver, because it really does take strategy sometimes to figure out, how do I get from point A to point B? Tell me, what type of an organization is BWLA? Can anybody join? Is it for just women? Is it only for African American women? Or do you have a specific target audience that you'd like to have join?
Well, there is a specific audience that we are interested in targeting. We're looking for the executive level, management level woman, the business owner who's been in business for 5+ years, because once you get to that 5+ years as a business owner, you want to be able to take that business to the next level. And sometimes that requires strategic thinking and planning. And so by having some of these classes that we will be having, that's going to teach our business owners as well as our managers how to maintain that level of management and exceed even higher. We will be having our institute, Leadership Institute, that will be starting this September. And we have partnered with Our Lady of the Lake, and Dr. Dorinda Rolle and Dr. Marquita Evans and myself are working together to develop this curriculum that will penetrate the community into specific areas of leadership. So we're going to seek out some key leaders in our community to help us with some of these classes, because they know the community, and that helps in knowing the community, so you know how to address specific issues. We want to prepare our women so that they'll be able to get on the boards, be decision makers, so that they can make an impact in the San Antonio community.
Awesome. I can't wait for the BWLA Leadership Institute to get started.
Yes, I'm so excited about all that's coming down. The horizon is bright for BWLA. We're going to have an impactful year in 2018, and just keep your eyes out and keep your ears peeled, because there will be some exciting things coming down the road in 2018 for BWLA.
Thank you so much, Della. This has been Dorinda Rolle with Black Video News, along with Della Guidry, president of the Black Women's Leadership Alliance.